Sometimes starting a new game looks like this. You install it, launch it. The menu appears with the music and the dramatic background animation. The whole thing clearly designed to make you feel like an adventure is about to begin. And then before pressing New Game, you open your browser and search for something like Things I Wish I Knew Before Starting, which is slightly funny if you think about it. The game hasn't started yet. You haven't made a mistake. You haven't misunderstood anything. You haven't even taken a step, but already there's this instinct to look ahead, just in case. So the experience begins with borrowed knowledge. Someone explains a mechanic that confuses new players. Another video quietly informs you that a certain upgrade is basically useless. Which is good to know, but now you're starting the game with a strange feeling. Somewhere out there is the correct way to play this. You may not follow it exactly, but you know it exists. There's a name for the place where this pattern lives. People call it tutorial hell. It's the corner of the internet where you somehow spend 3 hours learning how to do something, before doing it for 10 minutes. Games make this easy to notice because their systems are visible. Skill trees, upgrade paths, resources you can permanently waste. But the same instinct shows up in a lot of other places online. Someone decides to try a new hobby. First step, watch tutorials. Someone wants to learn a skill. The starting point becomes researching the best way to learn it. Even creative work sometimes begins this way now. Advice first, systems, frameworks. Actual experimentation arrives later. Sometimes much later. And while it's happening, it feels completely reasonable. You're learning from people who already went through the process. The internet is basically a giant archive of other people's mistakes. Still, something shifts when preparation becomes the standard way to begin everything. Experiences start with orientation. You learn the terrain first, then you step into the activity itself. The wandering phase gets shorter. Sometimes it barely exists. And that wandering used to be where a lot of the experience actually happened. You tried things without knowing how they'd turn out. You misunderstood systems. You invested time in something that later turned out to be a terrible idea. But those mistakes left marks. Two people playing the same game could end up with paths that looked completely different. Now the efficient path appears very early. Once it's visible, most people drift toward it. Ignoring available knowledge feels slightly irrational. Almost like choosing friction on purpose. So the messy part of the experience gets smaller. Things move more smoothly. But they also start looking more similar. Underneath all of this, there's another motivation quietly running in the background. A lot of this behavior circles around the feeling people try to avoid. Regret. That moment when new information suddenly changes how an earlier decision looks. Preparation pushes that moment further away, or at least it tries to. You make fewer obvious mistakes, but mistakes also do something useful. They leave marks on the experience. A wrong turn changes what happens next. A misunderstanding sends you somewhere unexpected. Those small distortions accumulate. Eventually, the experience begins to feel like it actually belongs to you. Which means escaping tutorial hell isn't really about avoiding tutorials. It's about when you let them into the process. If every experience begins with the map already open, there's nowhere left to wander. So sometimes the simplest way out is to delay the map. Start the thing first. Let yourself misunderstand it for a while. See where you drift before the internet corrects you. Because that wandering phase, the slightly inefficient part, is often where the experience actually becomes yours. Games exaggerate this pattern, which is why it's easy to notice there, but the same thing happens with a lot of other things online. The internet is very good at telling you what you should have known before starting. Sometimes the only way around that is to start anyway, before the internet tells you how it was supposed to go. Anyway, if you enjoy thinking about patterns like this, you can subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.